Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Ark of Omen campaign casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 3 versus 3 on Pavonis. Defending the planet as the Adeptus Mechanicus Explorators, we've got Tiger Shark, we've got the New Man, and we have got the artist formerly known as Dimdol, Gregor. And playing as the Black Legion, we have got me, we have got Yazoo55, and we have got Falker. So this is a new series that I'm going to be running through. The Arks of Omen storyline, from what I understand, has recently concluded in the lore, so I thought, well, why not just go through the entirety of the campaign, one story step at a time, and just recreate it in Dawn of War, Unification, or Ultimate Apocalypse, or Soulstorm, whichever comes first, more or less. So yeah, that should be exciting. So if you're into lore, and then at the end of the video, either I or I will get some sort of AI to read whatever the Warhammer Wikipedia page says for it. It'll be a fun time. Well, it spices things up. Speaking of spice, here comes this War of the Omnissiah, just running straight into my base. I'm going to be turning this heretic into floor lasagna. Might try and get a second one, but second one is going to shimmy and shake away. Undoubtedly, not wanting to join his comrade on the floor, although that cultist will also go down south. But Wi-Fi has been broken for this Warrior of the Omnissiah, but will reconnect itself. But yeah, this opening is actually quite strong against Chaos if you're going for your cultist opening, which I did, then deciding to go for some regular old Space Marines to counter them, just because, I mean, it's a vehicle and it's good against infantry. And even though these Chaos Space Marines are heavy infantry, this guy can still take quite the pounding from them and dish it out themselves. This map is quite an interesting one in the sense that there's loads of high grounds and low grounds, narrow corridors. You've got a relic here, which is relatively safe for me. You've got a relic here, which is relatively safe for who's on this side. It is the New Man. And then you've got a relic over here, which is kind of contested, so that's nice, a nice even way of doing things. There's no critical location on this map, though, so we're going to have to be careful and not rely on our endgame big bads to see if they can just auto-win for us. War of the Omnissiah coming in for a second pass. Gonna shoot at these guys a little bit, moving forward just to see if he can tank the damage, and he most certainly can. Cultist going to be taken down quick as you like. Over on this side, we do have the exact same thing going on. War of the Omnissiah from the artist formerly known as Dimdol, coming in, leading the charge. The high pacifists moving in as well, and triple cultists are not going to be holding this relic anytime soon. And yeah, Chaos kind of being hemmed away, unable to really maneuver forward until we get some sort of answer to that Warrior of the Omnissiah. These guys are going to beat their chests as they attempt to take this relic in the middle. Going to go for some long-las rifles for these high pacifists. In fact, 4 in total. Look at that, 1 shot, 1 kill. These cultists are not known for their ability to resist the long-las rifle. Warrior on the side over here, struggling with the Wi-Fi once again. He's already used his ability to auto-generate it, so he does need the, what you called, the Magos Explorator to come in. She's popped down a tarantula turret. Now, from what I understand, I'm not sure whether it's a ability or whether it's like whether she's already used it. Just take a while to get it done, but she will decide to repair this dude. First and foremost, no point in wasting your Wi-Fi ability if your Warrior of the Omnissiah is going to die straight away. Chaos Lord coming in, and these high pacifists on the right-hand side of the map are going to fall back a little bit. What helmet have you got on today, Chaos Lord? You have got the Alpha Legion Hydra on, maybe? While this might be, while we might be trying to make lore-accurate videos for this campaign, my lore knowledge is non-existent. Long viewers of the channel will know this. I always get the Black Legion confused with the Alpha Legion. I don't know why. I just do. In my head, for some reason, because I can't read very well, Alpha and Black, like those two words, for some reason, because they've got an A at the beginning of both those words, well, Black has got an A in the second letter, but that for some reason that confuses me for reading. I'm not dyslexic, I just can't read very good. Yeah, stand still over here. Chaos now taking the reins on this side, going to capture this relic. So, 1 relic firmly in the position of the Chaos forces. Over here, no one's gone for this relic yet. Lots of high pacifists maneuvering around over on this side as well. Let's have a quick look at the economies, seeing how they fare. 37 and 72, 54 and 24, 68 and 0 compared to 62 and 10, 110 and 30. And 74 and 30. So, Hard to really tell about the Adeptus Mechanicus for their economy, as their economy is a little bit skew-with, in the sense that they've got all their STC searches which they do mad stuff with. Two cultists trying to be brave over here. Got to look for that cap. Oh, I completely forgot to updude my texture quality here. Never mind, we've started now. Ain't going back, we're 5 minutes in. Double Chaos Space Marines are going to come over. These high pacifists not really got anywhere to go. This looks like you should be able to go up and down on it, but you can't. It's an untraversable piece of terrain. War of the Omnici are going to come in and see if they can make sure that these Space Marines keep away from these guys over here. But that is a sad time for all. Lots of high pacifists over here from Dimdol and the Newman. Newman all the way through this game was doing a very good job at role-playing the Adeptus Mechanicus, to the point where towards the end we were all kind of talking in the exact same way. His infectious personality is the Newman. Grenades launcher's going to be knocking this Chaos Lord's backside. He's going to slide over, but probably not where he wants to be. Could take a lot of damage, and these cultists, even if they come in for support, aren't going to fare all that well. Yeah, generally for your Adeptus Mechanicus, from what I've seen in the gameplays, you either build up a lot of high pacifists and go into your T2s. Don't really build anything in Tier 2 and then go straight into Tier 3, just because your high pacifists are fairly decent in the Tier 2s. Or you quick tech up into Tier 2 and then you get all your spidery mechanical thingies. Yeah, with a Hellteller now over here, able to counter this Warrior of the Omnici with a modicum of... Oh, look at that. Throwing the Dustbin of Chaos in there. Bring him down to his knees. And there we go. Magos Explorator walking away. Over here we've got assault going on. Helltalons, or just one single Helltalon, causing problems for these guys. And at the moment, they've used all their... Well, they've got some space to get some melter guns in there. They are in their Tier 2s now, so certainly able to counter all this stuff. Got Defiler on the way. Or a Soul Forge, or whatever these things are technically called nowadays. I remember back in the day when the Defilers first came out, trying to glue one of those together. Absolute chaos, which is kind of their right of being, really. I mean, being a chaos model, that makes sense. There we go, finally capturing this relic, going to decap it from Tiger Shark. One squad of high pacifists over here. Gonna see if they can defend. They're gonna go for some plasma guns. Whether they're able to weather the storm from this Helltalon is not entirely sure. Not ideal against infantry, but it'll certainly do the job. We are going to see a War of the Omnici coming over on this side. Now upgraded with a auto cannon, making it useful against heavy infantry as well. And heavy infantry weapons, from what I can understand, are not too bad against aircraft. Or lightly armoured vehicles. The high pacifist also going to go for double melter gun. Might even potentially be able to get this down if the Warrior of the Omnici could take care of these Chaos Space Marines. Magos also going to come in as well. These guys are not able to really stand on their 2 feet for very long. Going to be absolutely wiped out there. Magos going to try and avenge their fallen comrades with some very handily double sword action before retreating away. Giving her extra data to the Warrior of the Omnici, but has been taken down. She's thinking there's no escape from this. May as well fight to the last machine. You aren't taking my toaster, look at that. It's like a mosh pit. A wall of death, some would say. It's been many years since I've been part of a wall of death. Back in the old Sonosphere days, frontline of Metallica. Don't even like Metallica, but I was there.
Let the menials know their masters.
Defiler's now consolidating their hold over here. The map is very, very much split along these walls, shall we say. No particular team getting a major advantage, although we do have one additional relic on our side. Also, these bits and bobs over here, these strategic points, are not in the favour of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Although very easy to assault if you've got some... Oh, what are they called? The Adeptus Mechanicus that are on the flying skateboards. Completely forget what they're called, but you can use them to do some harassment. We, as the Black Legion, have not really gone for any raptors in this game so far. One Archmagos flanked by Hypaspis. These guys are going to go for their melter guns, anticipating some Hell Talon shenanigans. Archmagos just firing away with his gun. Hell Talon moving around the flanks. These guys moving a little bit too close for comfort. Not sure where they're going. Just trying to go for a bit of a flank there, maybe. Archmagos now on his own. Over on this side, we do have all the Hypaspists firing away at this listing post. Omnissiah War of the Omnissiah once again, lacking that 5G. Archmagos over here going to hide in the corner, seeing if he can just... I'm not sure what the plan was here, but it seems to be working, so we'll take it. Hell Talon moving in range of this STC Searcher. The amount of damage that these bad boys do, they're absolutely insane. They do lots of AoE damage as well, so amazing against heavy infantry and infantry. Oh, there we go, Assault Hypaspis, that's what they're called. They're going to move in. An act of folly. Probably won't win this engagement, but you never know. Especially now they're being supported by plasma guns and now zapping from the STC Searcher. War of the Omnissiah over here, slowly walking its way over. The Assault Hypaspis die, regular Hypaspis fall back. And there we go. We do have a Icon Bearer of Nurgle coming in, which will offer some health regen on these guys. Chaos Undivided, we can choose between which Chaos Gods we want to favour as we go about our wicked foul business. Also, the Icon Bearer allows the cultists to do some special chanting that increases health regen from the Nurgle's perspective. But you can't really health regen if you've been burst down. A whole smorgasbord of death and sadness as the Chaos Marines weep over their fallen comrades. Over here we've got a staunch line of Hypaspists. I'm going to go for an amalgamation of all different kinds of weapons, long lasses, melter guns, you name it, they've got it. Magos in the middle. This one squad almost instantly being wiped out there. The slide away, and there we go, one squad wiped. The Icon Bearer of Nurgle only left over. Elton, we'll have a look. This Warrior of the Omnissiah. God, that's a really hard phrase to say. So it's upgraded with a las cannon. So going for those Hell Talon, certainly going to be hunting them down like a game of duck hunt. It does a fair whack of damage with each shot. What is that, maybe, what, one-tenth of the damage of its health, sorry? Not much of a fraction guy myself. Archmagos calling down some binary code. Bringing over a Hell Talon. But these guys are being a little bit poisony. More explosions coming in. And that ability to some real damage towards those Chaos Space Marines, allowing the Adeptus Mechanicus to now focus on these Hell Talons. But even then, still struggling to get them down. I suppose that's one of the negatives about these units that are good. Well, you can upgrade them with all kinds of different heavy weapons, is that while they are adaptable, and they can take on any kind of unit, not very specialised. Not like the Fire Dragons of the Eldar, or the Devastators of the, well, Space Marines or Chaos Space Marines. The Hypaspis are holding on. Cultists over here, trying to capture things, but grenade launchers will take them out quick as you like. And Chaos has been pushed back over here once again. What have we got going on over here? Just a casual little picnic going on, I reckon. Invisible, are you cultists? You look like cultists to me. Got triple defilers, got some Chaos Terminators. And what are the Adeptus Mechanicus going to go for? They have gone for some big old STC Searchers. Some Lehman Russ pattern King tanks. Tarantula Tuts as well, so they're expecting... So I imagine that over on the south side, they're being aggressive. And on the top side, they're just being defensive. Which makes sense. You don't want to be aggressive all the time. You want a fallback position. Especially if this kind of falls, then you want someone to be able to come in and rescue you should you require it. Got big old ramen dishes for the Adeptus Mechanicus research. And also these big deadly lasers, will make the assaulting of the Adeptus Mechanicus quite difficult. Those turrets do not mess around, but we do have a Land Raider Hades? Hades Diabolos. Should have really listened to my Latin lessons if I had any. But in the public schools of England, Latin is not a taught subject. But the Land Raider teasing us, giving us a bit of the blue ball there. Thinking about going in, but then deciding not to. Over here we've got a bit of a push, potentially.
Devotees of the machine.
Gonna have a look in. We've got a Chaos Vindicator. Ideal against masses of infantry. Also some horror squads in case Adeptus Mechanicus get any fresh ideas. Full of heavy bottle turrets as well. And some possessed to go for those front lines. Oh, and a Helldrake, just for good measure. Big old fiery dragon. And the once stalwart line of Adeptus Mechanicus are looking a lot more fragile than they were 5 seconds ago. Magos over here, standing their ground, but being blasted to pieces. And yeah, the entire line falls flat. Almost a potential army wipe here. I mean, do you have any more, lads? Does not look like it. We've got Newman with a couple of high paspits in. We'll need to send some allies over. Over on this side, we do have a Land Raider just strolling in, probably doing a bit of scouting, if anything else. Got a Hellstalker jumping out the ground. But yeah, these guys able to take that Land Raider down, no questions asked. More King Patton Lehman Russes on the way out. And the push from Chaos down on the south side. Tiger Shark is in a bit of a tricky bind. Will he be able to defend this push? His STC section over here has not been upgraded to its full maximum, so defense won't be as easy as on the right-hand side. They are going to try their best. A big boom coming on down here. Kills a good amount of possessed marines, but the Archmagos will go down. Does some more Skitarii on the way out. Going to go for their grenade launchers. The Vindicator is going to be their main problem here. Vindicator on possessed marines. Got Archmagos Prime from Newman. Having a look serve on a second Archmagos Prime. Walking over from Grimdole. Or Dimdole, sorry. Ah, there we go. See, I'm reading two words at the same time. That's my problem. And a whole valley of tanks now moving over. Triple Hellstalkers as well. Wonderful thing about the Adeptus Mechanicus is once you get a good amount of Hellstalkers, quite a malleable defense that they have. They could just basically summon these really strong units anywhere they please. Archmagus as well, just able to whip a Nene with his huge axe. Good at defending as well, got that commander armor on the go. Vindicator not looking all that well. Another explosion coming on down here. And it does look like, well, the Adeptus Mechanicus will hold. Vindicator goes down. We do have some Chaos Terminators coming in from Falco. Auto cannon on the way. So going to go for that ranged play for those Chaos Terminators. You can make them more close combat orientated as they can get. Where are you? Let me click on you. But wrong squad. Good lord. They can go for their Thunder Hammers and their double chain fists, should they choose. Archmagos goes down. And these horror squads certainly adding to the fire here. More explosions. The Chaos Terminator is able to weather it a little bit better. These guys look like they're going to fall back. As over on this side we do... Oh no, never mind. Never mind, on the northern side we've got all this stuff teleporting in. Double Chaos Terminators and triple horror squads. Helltalon using its vision. So a little bit of a tricksy maneuver there, making them summon all their Hellstalkers down the south side. Newman about to lose his machine reliquary. If something can't be done about these guys. Hellstalker's quite tanky in the grand scheme of things, but against the sheer amount of horror squads here. Now also losing their Wi-Fi as well. Helltalon on the cusp of death. Should the King Pattern send it packing. Machine Reliquary goes down, but I do imagine he does rebuild it over here somewhere. Or somewhere else. Can't quite remember how this game goes. You have these Cataphract class robots waddling in. But these Obliterators, man. Obliterators and Horrors. We've also got a plasma cannon on these Chaos Terminators as well, so a good mix. They're able to really counter anything that the Adeptus Mechanicus can bring, but they are now backed into a corner. Lehman Russ with its plasma cannon really causing some issues here for the Force of Chaos. Over here we are pushing in right all the way over. Tiger Shark donating all of his money as he is unable to really get out to build anything. So he is now just feeding all of his resources to everyone and anyone who will take them. Force of Chaos managing to survive this push into the corner. So they will fall back over yonder. Do have a possessed squad from me coming over. Just having a little look, a little peruse around the peripheries. Nothing too extreme. These guys are going to fall back into a more defensive position. Let's have a look at the economies. So we have got... Hold on, let me start from the Chaos perspective. Oh no, never mind. There's stuff going on. Do economies later, my friends. Defile's now moving in. Helldrake also coming for a little sniff around. Trying to focus down those machine reliquaries. But these guys have got so much in the way of DPS coming from their flanks. Look at that, triple Storm Bolters. Good lord, my frame rate there when I get that cinematic shot in. Let me look at it from this perspective. There we go, much better. But yeah, double las cannons, triple Storm Bolters. Nothing really you want to go in unarmed with. Need a stronger fighting force. A stronger fighting force we do have down here. Double Chaos Terminators. I've gone for my Thunderhammers on these guys. Demon Prince as well, joining the fray. And a Bloodthirster as well. Double trouble. And what is going to go on here? We've also got this Southern Force moving in. It's a grim situation for the Adeptus Mechanicus. But they do have a good amount of units left. We have seen 2v3s before where the two-person comes out on top. We've seen 1v2s, we've seen 1v3s. All happens, baby. Lehman Russ goes down. Just a sheer amount of horrors here. Going to make holding onto your vehicles very difficult. Got the death beam of this STC Searcher. Doing a good amount of damage to these horror squads. Able to kill one model every 5 seconds by the looks of things. But will it be enough? Also got a second layer of zappiness going on. Well, my Terminator's over here destroying this STC Searcher here. Lehman Russ trying to keep away from this Bloodthirster and Demon Prince. Does not look like it'll survive for much longer. Chaos over here also moving in. It's a very bad time for the Adeptus Mechanicus. But they do have their Hellstalkers coming in. Now spraying these guys with green fire. Demon Prince over here being taken out. Carfrack class robots. Good amount of damage, long range and close range. Unit card says not good against anything, but I reckon if they believe in themselves, they'll be alright. Got the double barrels of these Lehman Russes opening fire on these horror squads. Hellstalker being brought down to low health, will be shot down. And just this unit composition at the moment is really difficult for Dimdall to take care of. Too much in the way of anti-vehicle, but they have managed to kill the vast majority, if not all, the horror squads. Also defending over here, Bloodthirster has gone down. We are continuing the push. Chaos Space Marines. Full squad wipe there. The Cataphracts with their commander armor able to resist these Chaos Terminators and the horrors. So battered and bruised, the Adeptus Mechanicus do seem to have held on here. Chaos Terminators trying to teleport away. Not quite got the range. Oh, they're just using vision to teleport more dudes in. Right, they're focusing on the economy. Fair enough, that makes sense. Never attack your opponent where the strongest. Always go for their weakness. Oh, Scott's moving into melee here. And then we've also got a Skull Swarm as well. In fact, actually, I do believe that is... Is that Tiger Shark still here? Oh, no. For a second, I thought that was Tiger Shark living on in his one STC Searcher down here. I'll go with his Fawn Princess. By the power of anime, Chaos may still yet win this day. Yeah, Skull Swarm, able to repair things from what I can understand. Also infiltrated. Actually, not a bad repair rate neither, considering that it's been attacked by triple anti-vehicle and building. It's now quadruple. Jesus, that's needs to come in and take care of this pest. Real nuisance. Also going to go for that decap as well. Not giving the Adeptus Mechanicus a moment of respite and rest. These guys over here now coming back to claim what was lost. Need to regain their economies. And their economy is not doing all that well. I mean, Tiger Shark 18, 24, 27 and 0, and 111 and 95. So if there was a time to make a counter-attack, the counter-attack is now. I mean, the Force of Chaos, I mean, I don't have much of the way units at the moment. I've got a Land Raider coming in there. These guys have got a fair bit coming in, but they're mostly horror squads. And these guys, they've got units somewhere. They're going for Chosen Chaos Space Marines. But no one really in the prime position for defense. So if a big push happens now... There we go, Hellstalker coming in, jumping over the sides. But no one really following up. Everyone just trying to fire over the sides. Hellstalker been taken down. Pacifists using their assorted array of weapons. Horrors won't be able to stand up to that for very much longer. In fact, full squad wipe right there. There's some more horrors. In fact, yeah, it's just a case of just teleporting in everything. Wait for the Adeptus Mechanicus to go in one direction, just to then be summoned in a different direction. And these horror squads are quite cheap. Not very expensive when you get into the late game economy. My Land Raider now moves in. Firing away with all the last cannons. Autocannon smack bang in the middle. Being flanked by the Carthrax class robots there. Activating that machine spirit there just to make it a little bit more tanky. Because Lehman Russ is really showing up as a defense here. Adding a lot of firepower that's sorely needed at the moment. I imagine that if the... if the critical locations were on, Adeptus Mechanicus might have an easier time in defending. We've been able to make the machine reliquaries a bit more mobile. But then again, in saying that, if the critical locations were on, they'd also been attacked with several Titans by now. So double-edged sword right there. Land Raider looks like it'll go down. Bloodthirst are going to join in as well, focusing on that machine reliquary. You can take out those, then you're laughing. Got more obliterators coming in. While that's going on over on this side, like we say, keep them guessing, keep them moving. The Adeptus Mechanicus are strong when they are all together with overlapping layers of fire, but the moment you start picking them apart, it's when they really start to struggle with their defense. We do have, I do believe that was, who's died? Can't be Newman, still got a base up. Oh, that was Tiger Shark, he's been killed. So his extra economy being donated to everyone is now no longer a thing. Got a whole smorgasbord of Chaos Renegades coming in. I thought I'd add some chaff. Something to tie up the bigger units might help. While the demons of the other two players take care of everything. My Demon Prince going to go toe-to-toe with this Lehman Russ here. Got some stealthy fly boys as well from the Adeptus Mechanicus. In fact, what kind of damage do? You do... Oh yeah, you're primarily good against heavy infantry and infantry, if the card is to be believed. Another Bloodfester coming in. Khorne really favouring the assault here. Yeah, Newman goes down. And now it's just the last bit of defence for Dimdol here. Horror Squad's focusing on the machine reliquaries. Once these guys die, more can just replace them. The remaining squads of Newman Oh, never mind. He's going to attempt to build another base. That's brave. Right in the middle of the battlefield. The Archmagos can build things and repair things as well. Look at the speed he can go at it. Well, it's not being attacked, of course. Got Decimator now coming in. And yeah, it's even though they're on the back foot at the moment, the Adeptus Mechanicus is really holding on here. These cataphracts, no bounds, obliterators, and what are you called? Mutilators? Are you called mutilators? Oh, no, just double obliterators. You can never tell the difference between the two. They always look quite similar, from a distance at the very least. One Helldrake goes down. Chaos Predator armed with its big drippy gun. But yeah, this place goes down. The Archmagos Prime, unsure of what to do, he's just shaking his head in disbelief. Unbelieving that the power of the Omnissiah can really be brought down low like this. Cataphracts now engaging in close combat, using their powerful claws to nip and tuck at these Chaos Predators. Chosen Marines brought down to low health. And this emotional man. It's a losing battle. But gosh darn, are they making us pay for every scintilla of land. May as well swap over to an actual player where we can see the economy is going, eh? That would make sense. Bloodfest walking like he owns the place. He's not bothering with any mechanical people. There's not much blood in them to spill anyway. Machine Reliquary goes down to 1 out of 3. Look at these guys are just still here. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. Holding that line like no man's business. But sadly, now that I mentioned it, the Caster's Curse, that's what probably killed him in the end. And yeah, I'm going to call it here. As the defense carries on, Dimdol does prove to be quite the capable defender, but sadly it's just a gradual death as this Bloodfester slaps down each one individually. But yeah, cool, so well done for all the players. Thank you all for taking part in it. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to, basically, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to give you the lore behind this matchup. I'm going to get the AI to read it. I think last time I got the AI to do it, it wasn't too terrible. I've made some changes to the software that I use, so hopefully there's less artifacting and stuff. If you like the AI, please do let us know in the comments. And if not, then I can read it like as I would normally. It's just that it saves me like a good hour's worth of editing and recording. So it saves me a lot of time to sleep more, which is always a vibe. So anyway, cheers for coming. I'll see you in a bit.
The campaign began as part of the Greater War of Beasts, when Black Legion forces led by Warpsmith Vask, engaged in the Vigilus war zone, raided the Mechanicum artificial moon of Pergamatros. After launching a data assault upon the moon's power and control systems, which revealed the hidden moon's location, the Black Legion vessel Unrepentant appeared in the system. Despite formidable defenses including defense lasers, Skitarii, and a maniple of Reaver Titans of the Legio Maledictus, Vask and the Dark Mechanicus Magos Persephora Hexen led overwhelming forces which swept aside their foes. Dark Magos Dureg was able to penetrate the moon's data vaults, hoping to gather data for the Despoiler's favor. However unknown to the Magos, the data tome he brought back to the Vengeful Spirit was part of a greater plan by the demon Vashtor. Months later, as Abaddon oversaw the continued repairs to his flagship, the Vengeful Spirit, the data tome proved to be a portal that allowed Vashtor to manifest on the bridge directly in the presence of the Despoiler. Upon meeting, Vashtor presented Abaddon with a prophecy of a burning sky and stars blazing bright enough to drown out the darkness. He was candid with the Despoiler, declaring that while the ruler of the Forge of Souls, he was unsatisfied with his status and wished to become a fifth Chaos God in his own right. Vashtor believed this could be achieved if he could fulfill this prophecy and offered an alliance with Abaddon. The Despoiler was unimpressed. and Vashtor bid that they move together on the nearby world of Magdalor to demonstrate the value of an alliance, where the next fragment of the mysterious key lay.